in and really talk to you a little bit more in depth, about some of our products, about the things that make us different, about how you can be more confident in selling. You saw the great success of our top sellers, and that comes with having a good basic understanding of exactly what it is that we do, what makes us different, and then how to customize our products to fit the needs of all of your clients and the potential new clients. And of course, with the introduction of hair care, it's just one more solution that you'll be able to provide all of your clients. One thing I'm going to plug our Tuesday night Facebook Live group in the True Product with Gary. That is really a wonderful, wonderful venue for all of us to come together each week. It's an open forum where we can organically learn from each other through a Q&A process, through different various topics that we cover each week. And it's really such a rewarding time. And one thing that I've learned specifically in doing those meetings is there are really three things that people need in order to feel confident selling and sharing our products with other people. Number one is a really basic understanding of what it is that makes us unique. What's our product difference? The second thing is really being able to understand and, more importantly, communicate the microbiome and how it works and what it is and how our products affect that. And then lastly, I found that, people really need to understand, what products to recommend to different clients to fit their various needs. And that just comes from repetitive learning. It comes from hearing things multiple times, and it really comes from having a good understanding of what our products do and exactly how they work. So while you may have heard a lot of this information before, I really wanted to kind of reframe this and repeat it, more importantly, because like I said, learning comes through repetition. And so I really wanted to take just a little bit today and help us better understand our uniqueness. Today you're going to be hearing some great new programs, promotions that will be going on, and this should give you a good backbone of information to really help you move forward in the coming months and years and make this business everything that you want it to be. So getting started with, what is our point of difference? We call that the big three because there are three very distinct aspects of our business that make us unique. Number one, our product philosophy is designed to preserve the health of the microbiome with clean, healthy formulas. Number two, our product philosophy is to support the balance of the microbiome with prebiotic and probiotic ingredients. And then lastly, it's to supplement the skin with those advanced anti-aging compounds that will delay and or reverse the signs of aging. So I really just want to go through those step by step so we have a really good basic understanding of how we do each of these things. So the next slide, please. Preserving the health of the microbiome. Part of what makes us unique, and I say part because all three of these things added together is what makes us specifically unique in the industry. You'll find clean brands out there. You'll find companies that are including some pre and probiotic ingredients. And then, of course, you've got the big giants who are experts at anti-aging. The thing that makes us amazing is we combine all three of those, and that gives us a unique space within the industry. So preserving the health of the microbiome through clean formulas, but actually it's beyond clean. We call it Microbiome Clean because the standards for Microbiome Clean are so much greater than just typical clean formulations. So our clean formulation standards, we've taken into consideration the standards from various different entities. For instance, the European Union standards. They are vastly more strict than US standards. So we take that into mind in our formulation. Sephora Clean standards. Sephora, of course, is a retail brand that sells a variety of different cosmetic brands. It's a brick and mortar store as well as an online entity, but they've really started to understand the importance of clean and the importance of really what their platform is in the industry. And they've established clean standards, not as nearly as strict as our clean standards, but it's a good start. So we take those considerations in mind. Credo Beauty is an online source that is really established itself as having some of the strictest standards in a retail brand. And so we take the Credo Beauty standards into consideration. Environmental working group standards. Those, again, are very strict standards. But more importantly, on top of all of those, we add in our TrūAura Microbiome Clean standards, which means that we've compiled a no list that strictly prohibits 6,900 prohibited ingredients that we know definitely have the ability to harm our health and our skin. And then we have an additional 2,200 restricted ingredients, meaning that there are ingredients that can be used, but in order to use them, you have to either do some third-party testing to ensure, for instance, that the heavy metal content is in balance, to ensure that there are no potential contaminants that are allowed or that are remaining in it, or really just to verify whether that particular ingredient is from a sustainable source and an ethical source. So those are what those restricted ingredients are. But that is an amazing amount of ingredients that are either prohibited or restricted to ensure that anything that you put on your skin from TrūAura, that has the TrūAura name, is going to be the healthiest that you can use. So when all of these combined, it really makes our no list, our no list, one of the most comprehensive and the strictest in the industry. Now, the second key point is to, support the microbiome with pre and probiotic ingredients. Next slide, please. Thank you. And both pre and probiotics are very beneficial to the skin. And when used together, they have a really symbiotic effect. So just a reminder, prebiotics are basically fiber-rich food sources that allow the bacteria, that's a food source for the bacteria, to actually allow them to thrive and flourish on the skin. Part of when we talk about the health of the microbiome, it really has to do with the richness and diversity, meaning the number of bacteria you have on your skin and then the different varieties that you have on your skin. And so what prebiotics do is help feed those good bacteria to help them grow and multiply, so your good bacteria far outweighs your bad bacteria. And then we, of course, add probiotic ingredients to that. And probiotics are really beneficial bacteria that have a direct effect on the skin. They help boost the resident bacteria, or the bacteria that call your skin home, which is really going to help produce antimicrobial peptides, which is going to benefit the skin's immune response and help eliminate the harmful organisms. So that's what probiotics do. So the two together really help to balance the microbiome and ensure that the bacteria you have is not only in balance, but it also encourages the production of new bacteria, which again will help support the health and balance of the microbiome. And then lastly, we add those amazing anti-aging ingredients in there, which we know are really unique to TrūAura. So I wanted to go through, we've talked about just in general adding them in. I want to talk about specifically what we put in that help to supplement the skin with the aging process. Next slide, please. First of all, peptides. Now, peptides are really amazing ingredients. I am such a nerd when it comes to peptides because they really do represent they're such amazing ingredients to help reverse or delay the signs of aging. So peptides basically are made up of amino acids, and amino acids are protein. And they're naturally produced by the body, or they can be engineered, in our case, using skin identical compounds or amino acids to create the desired result on the skin. If you've been on a diet or you follow the nutrition, that protein is a very important part of a person's diet. Why? Because it helps keep the body strong. It builds muscle. The same can be said for amino acids and peptides in the skin. They're protein rich. They're really intended to help strengthen the skin and help reverse and delay the signs of aging. And there are three basic different kinds of peptides out there. The first one is called a signal peptide, and they do a particular job. And in our case, it's generally to stimulate the production of collagen, elastin, or other proteins that your skin needs to stay healthy and young. And then we have neurotransmitter peptides. They basically inhibit muscle contractions, a lot like Botox injections do. If your muscles can't move as much, well, then wrinkles can't form. I mean, it just makes sense. And in addition, your existing wrinkles relax, which make them appear less noticeable. And then we've got carrier peptides, and those really deliver trace elements like copper and magnesium to the skin, which help to boost collagen synthesis and help improve elasticity. Now, we don't use carrier peptides in our products currently, but we do use a great host of signal peptides and then a neurotransmitter peptide. Signal peptides are what we put in basically all of our leave-on skincare products. So our Advanced Repair night formula, our BioLift, hand cream, those all have signal peptides. And the purpose of the signal peptide, again, is to stimulate the production of collagen and elastin. Now, neurotransmitter peptides are what we use in our Advanced Repair day treatment. And that's what helps to relax the wrinkles and give the skin a softened appearance. So next slide, please. And then we move into antioxidants. You know, antioxidants are something that we talk about a lot, and I don't know that everybody really necessarily understands how it works. But, you know, a great way to explain this to clients is, you know, rusting iron and the browning effect on an avocado or an apple. Well, those have a lot in common with this discoloration, wrinkles, fine lines, and basically anything that ages our skin, and it's oxidation. So oxidation, it creates free radicals when the skin is exposed to UV light. Antioxidants go in and neutralize those free radicals, which are unstable atoms that have an unpaired electron in their outer shell. It's almost like a knife without a sheath. So the antioxidants act to sheath the knife, which is going to bind that unstable electron and keep it from attacking the collagen and breaking down the skin's architecture. So that's what oxidation does and how antioxidants help that. Now, we've incorporated really effective antioxidants. Vitamin C is an antioxidant you hear a lot about, but it's actually not one of the most effective antioxidant ingredients. We've really sourced a variety of what I call broad spectrum antioxidants, which actually attack free radicals in different ways. And so we put those in our formulas to help reduce free radical damage, prevent lines and wrinkles, age spots, all of those signs of aging, but also help in wound healing, soften scar tissue, protect against UV rays, and reduce the other signs of aging. So antioxidant protection is an extremely important aspect of all of our formulations. And the next ingredients on the next slide here is our skin brightening ingredients. Now, skin brightening ingredients are included to help reduce hyperpigmentation. Hyperpigmentation means the overproduction of melanin, and melanin is what gives our skin pigment. The overproduction is usually triggered by sun exposure, genetic factors, age, hormonal influences like pregnancy, and skin injuries or inflammation. So what we've done is recognizing that hyperpigmentation is one of today's consumers' #1 concerns in aging. We've incorporated those great skin brightening compounds in our products to address the concerns of hyperpigmentation and help normalize skin tone. So that's going to really restore an even skin tone and diminish any skin discoloration, whether it's sunspots, age spots, pigmentation caused by scarring, et cetera, et cetera. And what's great about these is we've included them in all of our leave-on products, so you really have that combined effect when you use them as a complete regimen. And next slide, please. And then, of course, essential nutrients. You know, that's the one thing about aging. You know, we get a lot wiser, but unfortunately, a lot of things don't perform the same as they used to when we were younger. And as we age, the production of really key nutrients in the body diminish, like collagen production, slows way down as we age. Hyaluronic acid production slows way down. So that's just two of the examples of nutrients that diminish in the body and leave us more susceptible to the visible signs of aging. So we've really gone in and tried to recapture those ingredients that are lost through the process of aging and incorporate them into our skincare products to really help equip the skin and give it all the necessary nutrients it needs to help protect our skin and allow it to act as it did when we were younger. So some of those ingredients include humectants, which are, I like to think of those as just moisture magnets. They're sponges basically in each of the formulas that pull moisture in from the atmosphere. So it keeps your skin dewy and moist. Detoxifying ingredients to help purify the skin and ensure that it's working properly. I always like to say that the skin is almost like a filter, like your air filter. You need to change them and detoxify them and clean them in order to ensure that the transfer of energy in and out of the skin is working most effectively. Essential fatty acids, which really help to create the bonds that hold moisture in the skin and really help protect the skin barrier from dehydration. Gentle exfoliants. Exfoliation is one of the key aspects of anti-aging formulas, because as we age, the reproduction of our skin cells slows down dramatically. What exfoliation does is it loosens the glue and removes those upper layers of skin cells. So you can actually, by getting rid of those layers of skin cells, your body will naturally produce new layers to compensate for what's been lost. So the faster you can get rid of upper layer of skin cells, the more rapidly new skin cells are going to be produced that are going to be fresh and new and young. And so that's why the process of exfoliation is such a key aspect in your regimen. Vitamins and minerals. We all know the importance of providing those key nutrients to our skin and our body. And then again, natural moisturizing ingredients, not only to hydrate the skin, but also to lock in moisture to prevent dehydration and transepidermal water loss. Next slide, please. So here we go. We talked about the points that make us different, and those were all the points that make us very different and unique with our product philosophy. And now I want to just kind of go into explaining the microbiome. As Rick mentioned yesterday, there are more and more and more brands who are now starting to incorporate pre and probiotic microbiome formulations. We talked about the size of the industry. It's a rapidly growing industry, and there'll be more and more people in the coming months and years who are jumping on the microbiome movement, if you will. And so I think it's important to really understand, again, what makes us different and unique and how we can continue to communicate that to our clients. So what is the microbiome, basically? Next slide, please. One thing that I think is interesting to communicate to people, and it's kind of one of those things that are a little bit shocking when people hear it, but it's very interesting to know that out of all the cells in our body, only 43% of them are humans. So we're basically more bug than we are human. The remaining 57% is bacteria and other microbes. So that's around 39 trillion microbes that call our body home. And those microbes are what is known as the body's microbiome. They exist in our bodies, in our gut, in our brain, but also on our skin. And our internal and external microbiome play a key role in regulating every bodily function. Your mood, your hormone production, your immune response, your health. Is all directly related to the health and balance of the body's microbiome. So really it's, when you're communicating to people and, they may have heard the term microbiome. If they've turned the TV on in the last year, they certainly have heard it. Now, whether they have, digested it and understood it is a completely different story. But if you do run across somebody who may be new to the microbiome and understanding how that affects our skin, you can directly relate that to our gut health. Everyone understands the importance of taking a probiotic internally to help adjust the gut microbiome, because we know that when the gut microbiome is in balance, our bodies function normally. But when it's unbalanced, either illness, poor diet, preservatives in the food we eat, or when we take antibiotics, we know that the balance of our gut microbiome can really get out of whack. And that's the importance of taking a probiotic internally, because you're introducing healthy bacteria in the form of a probiotic, which is, of course, along with a healthy, balanced diet. But we know that that is going to help restore the gut's optimal condition, and then, re-regulate the way that the body functions. So relating the skin microbiome to the gut microbiome with clients is a great way to help them understand exactly what the microbiome is in a way that's very relatable. Next slide, because now we're going to talk about how that relates to your skin. Because the skin microbiome, again, is very similar to the gut microbiome. All right. So the skin microbiome, you can apply that exact same logic that you did with the gut microbiome. When the skin microbiome is in balance, that's going to ensure that your skin remains healthy, beautiful, protected from the environment. But it's also going to, when it's out of balance, that's when things like psoriasis or eczema or acne develop. So keeping the microbiome in balance is a very important thing. Now, the one thing that I think is important to know is that the TrūAura products are designed to help put everything back into balance on your skin. And we know that when they're in balance, the skin is healthy. Thank you. But one of the most important things is to really understand that, not only do we put these in our products, we've clinically tested our products to ensure that they help support the health and balance of the microbiome, and also support the richness and diversity of the bacteria. So again, richness and diversity, it's the number of bacteria and the different strains of bacteria. And that's what our products have been proven to do. So, that clinical tested claim is something that's huge in the industry. And don't forget, in your resource library, you've also got those charts back there that support all of our clinical testing, so you can really share that with clients as well. So simply put, next slide, please. Simply put, TrūAura's products protect the health and balance of the bacteria that you want and the bacteria you need on your skin to remain in healthy, optimal condition. So sometimes that statement right there is all you really need to do when you're explaining our products to clients. So now the third thing we talked about that people really need to feel confident is really understanding how our products work and what to recommend to each of your clients. Next slide, please. So choosing the right products for your clients. That's going to be something that I want everybody to feel really comfortable with. So first of all, for basic skin maintenance, we've got our core four products plus our eye cream. So we call it the Healthy Skin Bundle. I do love this collection. Now keep in mind, next slide, please. Keep in mind, when we developed our products, we really did it with the intent of understanding today's consumer, number one, wants to use fewer products in their regimen. I think the days of, having products, 10 and 12 different products we put on our skin at a time, is really over. And part of supporting the health and balance of the microbiome is ensuring that you're not putting too many products and adding too many ingredients to your skin. That's why the balance of the ingredients we use and the number of the products that we use are very important. And so you'll notice that in our formulations, we've used fewer ingredients and we have fewer products. But one of the things that I really love about our basic skin, or this healthy skin bundle, is it gives you everything you need. If somebody did not use any other treatment product, they're still going to get amazing benefits from just these products, because everything that we just talked about that our products provide, the peptides, the antioxidants, the essential nutrients, the detoxifying, the exfoliating, it's all right here. It's all right here in this healthy skin bundle. We've got our amazing cleanser, which is sulfate free, which is going to gently cleanse the skin without stripping natural moisture. You've got your tonic, which contains that phytic acid, which is a gentle exfoliant. We talked about the importance of maintaining that cellular turnover. That's what that tonic does, as well as detoxify and clean our filter, if you will. And then you've got your day lotion and your night cream. Both of those are specifically formulated, the day lotion for the daytime with peptides that are meant to be used during the day to support the architecture of the skin. with a probiotic that's specifically designed for daytime use. And then you have your night cream, which has its own unique peptide and probiotic intended specifically for nighttime repair and recovery while you sleep. And then, of course, our eye cream, which is just a fabulous product, not only to reduce fine lines and wrinkles, but that specialized peptide that goes in there to reduce dark circles, either caused by hyperpigmentation or heredity or allergies or anything that really gives you dark under eye circles and under eye congestion. So really that product line right there is great for everyone, all skin types and all ages. And so when somebody wants to get started on a product line, this is always the product line that I recommend getting them started with. Now, if they want to add more of the treatment products for optimal skin maintenance, well, we've got amazing treatment products to add to that. So you've got the Healthy Skin Bundle. And then, of course, you've got the Advanced Repair Day Treatment, the Advanced Repair Night Treatment, BioLift, and Microdermabrasion. Our Advanced Repair Day Treatment contains that neurotransmitter peptide that we talked about to help reduce to minimize the facial contractions that cause expression lines. Amazing formula, plus all those other antioxidants, essential fatty acids that it contains as well. And then, of course, you've got your Advanced Repair Night Treatment, one of my very favorite products because it contains a really advanced peptide called the Immortal Peptide, which is designed to specifically go in and help repair and reverse DNA damage that's been caused either from the natural aging process or from UV exposure. All of that breaks down collagen and encourages age spots and, has a really dramatic effect on the skin. Our Advanced Repair Night Treatment goes in and helps reverse all of that. So the longer you use it, the younger your skin starts to appear because you're actually reversing the damage with each new layer of skin cells that you're getting. And then, of course, we've got BioLift, which is an instant plumping formula designed with hyaluronic acid. It's which is a moisture magnet to help pull in moisture. It also has that great bifidobferment lysate, which is the probiotic specifically used in this, and our night cream, and our balancing mist. And bifidobferment lysate is one of those great ingredients to help reverse UV damage. That's why when we talk a lot on Tuesday night, you hear us talk about, if you have a sunburn, BioLift is one of the best things you can put on because it dramatically and immediately helps to reduce any kind of abuse caused by UV exposure. And then, of course, microdermabrasion, that's the physical exfoliant that goes along with your tonic, which is your chemical exfoliant. So the two together work in tandem, the tonic by loosening the glue that hold those dead skin cells on, and then microdermabrasion, which goes in and sweeps it away. So chemical exfoliation is necessary to loosen those bonds. Physical exfoliation is necessary to physically remove those cells so your body can naturally produce new, younger, fresh skin cells. So those are great for anybody who really wants the full meal deal, if you will. So going into specific, problem solution, when somebody experiences loss of firmness and elasticity, again, Core 4 is always going to be our Healthy Skin Bundle will always be the first recommendation for anyone. I think regardless of who they are, what age they are, what their skin care concerns are, it's always going to be step one. But then when you've got, you start moving into the aging process and somebody says, okay, I've got loss of firmness and elasticity, help them decide is it early signs, or is it moderate or advanced? Because that really will give you a key to determining what treatment regimen is going to follow in addition to the Healthy Skin Bundle. So in this case, if you've got early signs, microdermabrasion is definitely something you can add into your regimen at any age, but specifically as somebody starts to see the signs of aging, simply upping their exfoliation can make a dramatic difference in their skin benefits. If they've got moderate loss of firmness and elasticity, I would add BioLift next onto that because that's a really great product to plump the skin, to minimize the signs of lines or the visible signs of aging, such as lines and wrinkles, loss of elasticity, but really just to firm and contour. And then for advanced signs of aging, we've got the Advanced Repair Night Treatment. Again, that immortal peptide in there, which goes in and helps reverse the UV damage, is something that we're going to talk about a lot as we go through these problems and solutions. Next slide, please. If you've got dull, dehydrated skin, again, the same applies. Exfoliation is one of the best things you can do to help stimulate cell renewal, to help all of your products absorb more effectively, and to give your skin, allow it to absorb moisture specifically and hang on to it longer. So exfoliation in the form of microdermabrasion is going to be a great first step for dull, dehydrated skin. Balancing mist contains great amount of antioxidants, hyaluronic acid, that bifidoferment lysate. That is really going to go in there and boost the skin tone, help to add, some brightness to the skin, but also really intensely moisturize. And then for a more advanced side, you'd add BioLift onto that. Again, BioLift, rich in hyaluronic acid, rich in the bifidoferment lysate again. So this combination is really going to be fantastic for dull, dehydrated skin. And then the next slide is fine lines and wrinkles. This is, again, you're starting to see a pattern here. The same logic applies. So you've got your healthy skin bundle, microdermabrasion. I think you're starting to get the hint. Microdermabrasion is always going to be something that's a great addition to a regimen, because exfoliation is such an important thing. And so what this is going to do is help to stimulate collagen and elastin, firm up the skin, and help minimize lines and wrinkles. And then, of course, if they've got more moderate signs, the next step would be Advanced Repair Day Treatment to help minimize the expression lines. And then BioLifting Serum, which is really going to plump and hydrate the skin. And then for more advanced, then I would add in the Advanced Repair Night Treatment. Again, that immortal peptide really goes in and solves a lot of problems. Rough, uneven skin tone, again, guess which one comes next? Microdermabrasion, because again, it does help even out the skin tone, minimize roughness. BioLift would be the next natural addition onto that to help plump the skin. And then Advanced Repair Night Treatment is going to be for more advanced signs. And then for visible pores, the interesting thing about pores is, people always talk about shrinking their pores. There really aren't a lot of products that shrink pores. The best way to minimize pores is to keep them clean and to use ingredients that contain peptides or encourage collagen production in the skin to increase firmness and really help with time minimize the appearance of pores. So in addition to the Core 4 or the Healthy Skin Bundle, the Purifying Charcoal Mask is one of the greatest products to help minimize the appearance of pores. It is going to be like a magnet to pull any debris out of the pore. And if you do that on a regular basis, then the pores naturally start to shrink and tone. For more moderate signs of this, I would recommend exfoliation in the form of microdermabrasion. And then for more advanced, the BioLifting Hydration Serum. Again, because it plumps the skin, that hyaluronic acid draws in moisture to really ensure that you're well hydrated. And that in itself will help reduce the appearance of visible pores. And then skin discoloration. Again, remember when we said that those hyperpigmentation ingredients, we've included those skin brightening ingredients, we've included really in all of our leave-on products. So you're going to see great results in this arena just by using the Healthy Skin Bundle. But if you can, speed up the rate of exfoliation, like we talked about, microdermabrasion is really going to help with any kind of skin discoloration. The Advanced Repair Day Treatment is going to be one for moderate signs of aging. Again, it's got a really great skin brightening complex in there. And for more advanced sign, the absolute best product that you can use from our line is the Advanced Repair Night Treatment. That immortal peptide combined with those really specific and robust skin brightening compounds work magic to help go in and reduce any of that the skin discoloration that's caused from either hormonal exposure, UV exposure, or the process of aging. And one thing that I think is very good, we've got these really great chart in our resource library, as well as a skin quiz, in case you haven't seen that. So if you're really wanting to get your clients involved, please do download that skin quiz. It's going to ask a few questions. It gives you some tools to start a conversation. And then on the back side of this, it has this regimen chart, which is a problem solution. So you really have all of that right at your fingertips.